Harper Audio presents Girl in a Band by Kim Gordon. This is the author. The end. When we came out on stage for our last show, the night was all about the boys. Outwardly, everyone looked more or less the same as they had for the last 30 years. Inside was a different story. Thurston double-slapped our bass guitarist, Mark Eyebold, on the shoulder and loped across the stage, followed by Lee Ronaldo, our guitarist, and then Steve Shelley, our drummer. I found that gesture so phony, so childish, and such a fantasy. Thurston has many acquaintances, but with the few male friends he had, he never spoke of anything personal. And he's never been the shoulder-slapping type. It was a gesture that called out, "I'm back. I'm free. I'm solo." I was the last one to come on, making sure to mark off some distance between Thurston and me. I was exhausted and watchful. Steve took his place behind his drum set, like a dad behind a desk. The rest of us armed ourselves with our instruments like a battalion, an army that just wanted the bombardment to end. It was pouring slanting sheets of rain. South American rain is like rain anywhere else, and it makes you feel the same, too. They say when a marriage ends, that little things you never noticed before practically make your brain split open. All week that had been true for me whenever Thurston was around. Maybe he felt the same. Or maybe his head was somewhere else. I didn't really want to know, to be honest. Off stage, he was constantly texting and pacing around the rest of us like a manic, guilty kid. After 30 years, tonight was Sonic Youth's final concert. The SWU Music and Arts Festival was taking place in Itu, just outside Sao Paulo, Brazil, 5,000 miles from our home in New England. It was a 3-day-long event broadcast on Latin American television, and streamed online, too, with big corporate sponsors like Coca-Cola and Heineken. The headliners were Faith No More, Kanye West, the Black Eyed Peas, Peter Gabriel, Stone Temple Pilots, Snoop Dogg, Soundgarden, people like that. We were probably the smallest act on the bill. It was a strange place for things to come to an end. Over the years, we had played lots of rock festivals. The band saw them as a necessary evil, although the do-or-die aspect of having no sound check before you played made them sort of thrilling, too. Festivals mean backstage trailers and tents, gear and power cords everywhere, smelly porta potties, and sometimes running into musicians whom you like personally or professionally, but never get to see or meet or talk to. Equipment can break, delays happen, the weather is unpredictable. There are times you can't hear a thing in the monitors, but you just go for it and try to get the music across to a sea of people. Festivals also mean a shorter set. Tonight we would close things out with 70 minutes of adrenaline, just as we had done the past few days at festivals in Peru, Uruguay, Buenos Aires, and Chile. What was different from past tours and festivals was that Thurston and I weren't speaking to each other. We had exchanged maybe 15 words all week. After 27 years of marriage, things had fallen apart between us. In August, I'd had to ask him to move out of our house in Massachusetts, and he had. He was renting an apartment a mile away and commuting back and forth to New York. The couple everyone believed was golden and normal and eternally intact, who gave younger musicians hope they could outlast a crazy rock and roll world, was now just another cliché of middle-aged relationship failure. A male midlife crisis, another woman, a double life. Thurston mimed a mock-startled reaction as the tech passed him his guitar. At 53, he was still the shaggy, skinny kid from Connecticut I had first met at a downtown New York club when he was 22 and I was 27. He told me later he liked my flip-up sunglasses. In his jeans, old-school Pumas, and untucked-in white button-down Oxford, he looked like a boy frozen in some diorama, a 17-year-old who...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?